So this is the question we have set for part B. So we are thinking of using only that if else if statement, and it's very simple. You know how to calculate the net salary or the take home salary if you are given the basic salary. So you will be calculating the tax based on the salary of the employee, and then we will be reducing the tax from the basic salary and giving or we will be displaying the net salary. So that's the only thing which we are doing over here. So it's very simple program. I have given the algorithm over here. I will be asking you to convert this algorithm into a program. Understood? So I'll show today. There are 3 hours, right? So I can show you the program, but make sure that you are understanding how to write the algorithm. So what is our aim now? Our aim is to calculate and print the net salary. So this algorithm can be used. So we will be naming the algorithm that is in order to calculate and print the net salary. What is the input what we are expecting? We are expecting the employee ID, employee name, and the basic salary. If you are given this input, I will be able to give this output. What is our output? To print the net salary. You know, net salary, gross salary, those terms actually means like we have to, for the gross salary, we have to calculate the HRA, DA, and then subtract the PF and tax. Here, we are not going for that much big program. Very simple program. So we will be just calculating the tax based on the salary. They have asked only that part. So we are doing only the calculation of tax and reducing the tax from the basic salary and showing it as the net salary. Some of you are from accounts also, right? Those who studied accounts may be knowing, but I'm using these terms only because in the question, no, they have asked only for calculation of the tax. We are making it as a simple program. If you those who are good in doing, you can also extend the program to have HRA, DA, and also calculate the deductions using the PF and tax and calculate the net salary. But now we are making it very simple. So what is our aim? To calculate the tax and print the net salary. So what should be the first step? We are starting the program. Second, we are going to declare the variables. So what are the the variables which we need in order to print the basic salary and the net salary of an employee? First, we have to get the details of the employee. What are the details? Employee ID, employee name, basic salary, tax, and then the net salary, right? So these are the variables which we will be using because we need some input from the user, and then we are going to calculate the tax in a variable called tax, and then we are going to print the net salary. Is it clear? First step is declaration of the variables. So if you are converting this into a flowchart also, you have to use the corresponding boxes or the symbols for declaration of the variable. So you will be declaring means you will be initializing also. You can do the initialization also. Okay. So that will be the first step of the program. Then the second one will be like accepting. So you can, if you want to accept, show all these 3 in a single step also, no problem. So you will be using a printf statement. Urmila has messaged that she is not able to hear. Anyone else is facing that problem?
No, ma'am.
Audible, right? Urmila, you have to check your connection, your headphone. So accept employee number and employee name and basic salary. You know how to ask and get the input from the user. Use printf statement. Ask to enter the employee number or employee ID. I gave employee ID, right? So you can give employee ID and then employee name and accept the basic salary. Got it? After accepting the basic salary, in the next step, you are going to calculate the tax. How we are going to calculate the tax? 1 second. I'll use the same ID over here. Okay. And here I have given basic sal, no, that only I will give here, otherwise you will get confused. So here, okay, anyway, I can't see also, or I'll just replace here, that is better. Okay, so we will calculate the basic, the tax from the basic salary. So here is the steps for calculation. So if after accepting the basic salary, we are going to calculate the tax in the next step, in which we will be checking if basic salary is greater than 10 lakhs. If it is greater than 10 lakhs, I was changing one program, that's why all these mistakes were there. Because for BSc it is different. They are calculating the detections and all. So okay, that's why these changes were there. So here calculation of the tax is like this. If basic salary is greater than 10 lakhs, then the tax is calculated as 30% of basic salary. Got it? We are just following some percentage for each of these slabs. So now there is change and all, no, but we are not focusing on that. We are focusing on how to implement this if else if ladder. Got it? So using this if statement, if else if statement, how to execute this program, we are just learning. So if basic salary is greater than or equal to 10 lakhs, then the tax is calculated as basic salary multiplied by 0.3. What is 0.3? That is 30% of basic salary. Now, the second case, if basic salary is greater than or equal to 5 lakhs, then tax is calculated as basic salary, 20% of basic salary. If basic salary is greater than or equal to 2.5 lakhs, then the tax is calculated as 10% of basic salary. If the basic salary is less than, listen here, if it is any amount less than 2,50,000, then the tax is calculated as there is no tax for the for that employee. So after calculation of the tax, here, so in this step we calculated the tax. This is very simple. So we calculated the tax. I'll type it and show you. In the next step, we will be calculating the net salary. In order to calculate the net salary, we are just reducing the tax from the basic salary. So we had accepted basic salary over here, right? So from that, whatever tax we calculated, either if it is greater than 10 lakhs or if it is greater than 5 lakhs, we have kept the tax ready, right? So that tax is reduced from the basic salary. So we calculated the net salary. After calculating the net salary, we are printing employee ID, employee name, basic salary and net salary. After calculating the net salary, we will be displaying all the details. From here we had accepted the employee ID, employee name, basic salary, everything we had accepted, no? All those which we had accepted, we will be displaying. Employee ID, employee name, basic salary, net salary. If you want to print the tax also, you can have it. After that, we are ending the program. So what are the steps? Declare the variables. So I'll be asking when I'm typing the program. So to declare the variables, what are the type of variables we are using over here? Answer in the chat box. What are the type of variables? So for employee ID, if I'm accepting only numbers, what should be the data type for employee ID? All message in the chat box. Then employee name, character array. So character spelling also you are making mistake. Character array of size 15, right? You can be, you can give first name. Then basic salary, net salary, tax and all. Basic salary, net salary and all. Float, correct. So tax, everything you can give it as float. Hope it is clear. Then how to accept employee ID, which is the format specifier for employee ID. Fast. Format specifier for employee ID. Format specifier for employee ID. Mehboob answered. Percentage D should be the format specifier, right? Format specifier is percentage D. For character, for employee name, what should be the format specifier? If I am accepting the first name, we told like it is a character array. For accepting a employee name, it should be, it's not percentage. See, all are sending wrong answer. Only few had sent the correct answer. It is percentages. It is a string. Manikandan, why you are raising your hand? Okay. Then in order to accept the basic salary, what is the format specifier for basic salary? If it is declared as float, Akash, you had given percentage LF. If you are declaring it as float, it is percentage F. If you are declaring it as double, it is percentage LF. Percentage LF. Got it? So basic salary, we are declaring as float. So we are taking it as percentage F. Are everyone, hope it is clear for everyone. So these are the format specifiers. We are using only 3 types of data types. First one is the integer, second will be the character array, and the third one for accepting and displaying or for accepting and calculating the tax, everything. No, we are using the float data type. Now we are going to type the program. Hope it is clear. Any doubt if you have, you can ask me. Okay. Those who are having Turbo C can execute parallelly. I want you to show your screen like after this, I'll be checking both the first program typed and the second program. I will give some time for execution. Okay. You should be keeping one observation book and one rough book, or in the same C theory note also you can save or you can write the program. This is part, I hope all have written the question name, part, it is program 2B, 1B. Okay, it is program 1B. In part B, first program. Okay. So what should be the first line? If you carefully listen and see me executing the program, at the end, what all errors I have made, how I am fixing it, all those you should be seeing. You should have the, you should be fast in error correction. Even while typing yesterday, I had typed one semicolon after void main. Everybody gave semicolon at void main. If I am making mistake also, you should be telling me. I will correct it at the end. Okay, but I am telling you, if you are listening properly, you should be knowing. So after void main, semicolon should not be there. That I am correcting at the end, but I am telling, but when you are watching the video, I think you are putting the same thing. So what should be here? Whenever we are starting a function, it's better you should enclose within the bracket. So tell me what should be the first step now. We have seen that algorithm. I told you also first step is what? First step is what? Declaration of the variables, right? So we are going to declare the variables. We are going to declare the different types of variables for accepting the. So first one, yeah, I'm going to have this employee ID. So when you are declaring and using the variable, you should be careful that there should not be a space between. Suppose employee ID, you want, it is two different terms, but you should not give space between EMP and ID. Variable declaration rules we have studied, right? Either don't leave space or you can give a underscore. Underscore all will create errors. Better you give EMP ID as a single term. Okay. Now, second is character array, right? So for character array, we will be using the employee name as a character array. So you can give EMP name. Again, don't give any space in between. That is better. Otherwise, you will be creating space should not be there. Underscore is allowed, but underscore also, if you are not sure, don't give. Then float. What are the things which we are going to accept? Basic salary. So basic salary, either you can give underscore, or if you want to give it as a single term, you can give basic sal. I'm giving underscore. Try learning using underscore because underscore is allowed. If you want, you can avoid giving. The second one is we will be calculating the tax in a variable, right? And then we will be displaying the net salary. So you'll be calculating and displaying the net salary. Is there any other variable which we are using? Employee ID. Okay. And then and there, when we are declaring, when we are using, we can declare it. Okay. Now, what should be the next sentence? We saw that first step is the declaration of the variables for accepting the name employee ID. That is over. The next step is accept employee ID. Now to accept, what we have to do first, we have to ask the user to enter, right? Printf enter the employee ID. So all are listening. All are quiet. So asking the user to enter the employee ID. Then using scanf, what we are going to do? All are listening, right? Okay, percentage.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, percentage D. We are accepting the employee ID in a variable. So what should be given over here? Second argument. Second argument.
Ampersand
%.
Ampersand EMP ID. Got it?
ID.
Then the next line is printf. We will be asking the user to enter the employee name. Scanf. We will be accepting the. So it is percentage. What it should be? Percentage S. We are accepting only the first name now also. But later I will show the programs, in order to reduce or making it as the simplest program so that you will get executed. No, I'm giving this, but later on we will be changing. Okay. So we will be accepting the employee name. Then what? We need that the third input. What is our third input required? Print this basic salary, right? Enter the basic salary. So that we are accepting in the scanf. Scanf percentage F. Because we declared it as a float, we are giving it as percentage F. And then ampersand. What is the variable name? Basic underscore salary. In all the software companies also, they will be using such variables in which user can understand what should be entered in that variable. Seeing that itself, we should understand. Okay, and also you should be that underscore is also used, naming convention. So any of the programming language, even for other programming language like Python and all languages will follow this naming convention. Basic rules are same for all the programming languages. Got it? So we accepted basic salary. Now, what we are going to calculate now? We are going to calculate the tax, right? Calculate tax. How to calculate tax? So now we are going to calculate tax in a variable called tax. As I told, we are going to calculate tax using the the equation, that is basic salary, we are going to check and then calculate. So before calculation of the tax, we have to check if, what is that? If basic underscore sal is, what is our condition? Greater than or equal to 10 lakhs. 10 lakhs. Then what we are going to, how we are going to calculate tax? Tax equal to basic sal underscore sal 30% means like we are giving it as 0. Into 0.3.
0.3.
Otherwise it is 30 by 100. We are giving it as 0.3. Hope it is clear. Then, so if it is coming under this condition, then we are calculating tax like this. Then how to give the second condition? How to give the second condition? You have to give else if, right? Else if the basic underscore sal is greater than or equal to 5 lakhs, right? Zeros, if I make mistake, you should tell me. Then tax equal to, how to calculate tax? As I told, give space basic underscore sal multiplied by, what is the current, for the next we are making it as 20%.
0.2.
Then next is, we are checking whether it is, if it is, and if it is not caught in these two conditions, it will be checking if the basic salary is greater than or equal to 2,50,000. Correct, no? Okay.
Ma'am, you have written 50 lakhs, ma'am.
50 lakhs.
50 lakhs you have written.
I will make mistake. Now it is correct, no? 2,50,000. Correct, right? You should tell me if I make mistake. Then tax equal to, how we are calculating tax? Basic sal multiplied by how much? 10%.
0.1.
Correct. Now, if it is not falling into any of these, that means above also we have got anything greater than 10 lakhs will be coming in this, right? Then in between we are checking and giving the change of percentage. Now below 2 lakhs, we are checking up to equal to 2,50,000. If it is not greater than or equal to 2,50,000, that is the default case we are setting it as that. What is the meaning of this else? Anything which is below than 2,50,000, that basic salary, if it is coming below 2,50,000, we are calculating. There is no tax, right? So I am just giving like tax is equal to, because we are subtracting in, you know, so into 0. That's all. We are, nothing is there here. We are not having any tax for the amount. Okay. If it the connection is lost, then you have to join again after 5 minutes, because that recording will go on. That's why I'm delaying. So now we calculated tax, right? Why we are not putting any bracket for each of this block of statements? Because for if, I told you also, if there is only one line to be executed, if there is only one statement to be executed, we need not start and end a curly bracket. Otherwise, how you have to do? Otherwise, we have to start one bracket and end one bracket. Here, there is only one statement. So, we are not putting any bracket. Is it clear? So, that means only one line will be executed if the condition given in the bracket for basic sal, if it is greater than, only this line will be executed. Else if this condition is false, then only it will move to this else if part. Got it? Then only. So if this is correct, means after this it will move on to the next line which is given after the if statement, right? So now after calculation of the tax, what we are going to do now, as I had told in this step, after calculation of the tax, we are going to the 7th step, that is calculation of net salary, which is basic salary minus tax. you know, in accounts, like those who studied, you may be knowing, and we also will do like that. We will be calculating HRA, PF, and HRA, DABA, and we'll be first calculating the gross salary, then we will be reducing the deductions, right? Here we are just making it simple because they had asked only to calculate the tax based on the salary. So now we are going to calculate the net salary in a variable called net sal. Net sal equal to basic sal minus whatever tax we calculated. If it is coming into any of these criteria, we will be calculating the tax, right? So it is now calculated, and the net salary, we are giving in the algorithm which calculated the net, we calculated the tax. So there are 62 or sometimes 63 participants. Whenever you are joining, you have to give attendance. And when you have any connection problem, when it is lost, and when you are joining again, you have to again give attendance. Okay. And whenever I'm asking some question also, you have to answer. So here, net salary we are calculating from the basic salary. After that, we are printing. Are you able to see? We are printing the employee ID, employee name, basic salary, and net salary. That's it. So our program is over now. So we calculated the net salary. Now what we are going to print is all those which we had accepted from the user. We are going to give it as an under a heading like employee details. So it will be like a after execution. No, we are printing all the details. So just like an invoice type. Now here we are just printing the details of the. If you're not able to see, you should let me know. Okay. Employee name. So here we are displaying the employee name. For displaying employee name, what should be the format specifier? Or first thing we will accept employee ID. Okay. What should be the format specifier to be given as a second, or to be given over here in order to accept employee ID?
Percentage D.
Percentage D. Okay. So here the employee variable which is having employee ID we are giving over here. Then printf employee name. So give one space. Formatting you have to do. I'm just giving now. So here it should be percentage S because it is a name. Then employee. Yeah, we gave the variable name as employee name, EMP name. After that, we will be printing the basic salary, right? Basic salary. Then also we are putting a colon. We need that to be printed. So it is percentage of. Now it is basic salary. What was the variable name? You should use the same variable name what we had declared. So it is basic underscore sal. Now the next one is printf. What is next one? If you want to print the tax calculated, that also. Tax, if you want to print tax, what we will tell, tax calculator. Okay. Whatever a variable which we were using was float. So we are using the format specifier as float, and then followed by the variable called tax. Okay. Then the last one is our net salary, net salary calculator. What should be the format specifier? Percentage D. Okay. Then here we are giving the variable called net underscore sal. Okay. So done now, right? And after that, we, in order to see the output screen, we should be keeping a get ch. I told you, right? Where is our get ch? Always, in order to catch hold of the output screen, we should be keeping a get ch. What else we need? So if I am giving employee details, these are the details which are going to be printed. We will give one underline, okay, to look it good, like as if no, it is printing and showing the complete details. So we will give an underline for this. Now what will happen if I am just printing without giving new line? It will all be displayed in a single line. So what we have to do, after employee details, one new line. After this underline, one new line, right? And then whenever after this, if you want to give, if you are thinking that you can't give it over here, if you want here also you can give, or you can give it to the beginning also, one new line. So this will be first you taking the cursor into new line and then printing employee ID. Here or there, anywhere you can give. So here we can give in order to, so that you will not make mistake. Otherwise, percentage, this format specifier along with the new line character, you will create mistake. No, that's why I'm giving the here. Okay. Either in the beginning or at the end. Okay. So it will be printed in the next line. That's it. So some formatting I have done. Now after running, we will see how it is looking. So when we are asking the user to enter the employee ID also, give one space and then call. Otherwise, cursor will just stand near to this ID and you will not understand. Like it will go together. So give one space and colon. So it will look neat. Okay. So we will see how many errors are there. No errors, no? Okay. So employee ID, any number you can give, okay? So I'm just giving 1, 2, 3. Employee name, as I told, now we are giving only the first name. Don't show that error again. Now without, after giving first names space, if you give, it will not accept in scanner. Got it? That program I will take whenever we are giving first and last name, or if you are wanting to accept the space, we have to use getters. Is it clear? But getters is have a problem, that is a flush you have to use. That's why I'm avoiding now. Go with the printf and scanf. What will be the next term? So we are having, if we are having the salary 10 lakhs, then it has to calculate and show the employee details, right? Somewhat okay, no? But now the problem is after decimal, how many zeros are being displayed? That we don't want, because it is float. That precision, no, it is giving for six digits, no, six. So we will, as I told, if you want to have only 2 decimal, what should be the format specifier? Answer in the chat box. If you want only 2 decimal places, what should be given in the format specifier for basic salary, net salary and tax? All are there. No one is responding.
Yes, ma'am.
What percentage 2F you have written? Wrong answer also you will be keeping on typing. When I am telling, then again they will stop. 0.2F, percentage 0.2F. 0.2 means 2 decimal places, right? So if I want only percentage, Franklin, percentage is the format specifier initializer, no? That specifier. If you give only percentage, it doesn't give any formatting. Umi, what you have given? Point percentage 2. What is the correct way of writing format specifier? You should start with a percentage symbol. Got it? Percentage. If you want to round off to 2 decimal place, 0.2. Got it? 0.2 and then followed by I.
We can't hear you, ma'am. मैं आपका आवाज नहीं
Ma'am, we can't hear you.
Okay, it was mute, that's why. Now you are able to hear?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
From
Yes,
word
ma'am.
lost, do you want me to repeat again? Anything which you,
Yes, ma'am.
which part? The whole program, if you want, I will just explain one more time. Others, those who understood can start typing. Okay. So here we know that the last previous 2 executions are also displayed. So what we have to do? Tell me what we have to do in order to remove the previous execution. Gautam?
CLR is CR.
Clear screen.
Clear screen, right? So it should be given after the variable declaration. Okay, variable declaration is the first part. Okay, so now we are saving it and running again. Formatting is done. You can give any number as the ID. We didn't give it as a string, so you should not give any combination of S 1 2 3 and all. You should not give only numbers because we declared as an integer, and then we will be giving only our first name without space. Then you should be checking all the 3 conditions. Okay, whether it is below, so that we will be checking all the. So hope you saw how I fixed it. The thing is, like sometimes when we run it may be having some junk values and all. I just initialized to 0. All are listening. When I mute, then you will not be able to unmute also. Now you understood how I fixed it. I just initialized it to 0. While declaring itself, I am just initializing it to 0. If you encounter such problems, you can better know if that problem is coming, some unexpected value. Basic salary, I entered 10 lakh and it was showing some other number. It was showing 0. So you better initialize it and then do it. So maybe the problem is like some junk values were there in that variable name. That's why it is showing. Okay, so now you can run it. I will check all the errors now. If I see some common errors, I will let you know. I'm expecting all of you to show the output screenshot of all the 2 programs. Okay. Now don't waste time because I can't spend time like that for correction after the lab hours. Now if you are sending me, I can I can fix the errors. Okay. Now it is working fine. All of you can share me the screen. If you want to correct the errors now itself, you can share the screen. I'm stopping my sharing.